Now on CBC Vancouver News.
This was a significant error.
They were fired for opposing police officers in schools, but Victoria School Board trustees are now being reinstated after text messages are shared in court.
We are now more convinced than ever that the whole process was just a setup.
Plus,
to say that this is the worst time to begin testing the bonds that hold this country together is a significant understatement.
Western premiers meet in Alberta amid that province's plan to vote on whether to stay in Canada.
I think it's also incumbent upon everyone not to dismiss Albertans' legitimate grievances.
And
we think we're being responsive in addressing the primary concerns.
Vancouver pledges more help for vulnerable people during men's World Cup match days, but displacement is still a concern.
Is it going to be like other events where we have street sweeps and people shuffled and moved along?
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Hello, I'm Dan Burritt. Thanks for joining us. Greater Victoria School Board trustees who were fired by the province last year are getting their jobs back. As Katie DeRosa reports, this is the latest twist after the trustees refused to come up with a plan to allow police liaison officers in schools.
This was a significant error.
Text messages between Ministry of Education senior staff and a Victoria police officer revealed in court Monday a plan to force School District 61 into allowing police liaison officers in schools, a move that the school board was against. Those missteps led to the entire board being reinstated a year and a half after they were fired.
This is obviously not the outcome we were working towards.
BC's education minister admits it was wrong for senior bureaucrats in her ministry to be texting with a Victoria police officer just before the entire school board was dismissed. Some of the messages included derogatory comments about school board chair Nicole Duncan.
We are now more convinced than ever that the whole process was just a setup. And it was coordinated by senior ministry staff who worked closely behind the scenes with police and other advocates for a school police liaison officer program to try to force us to do what they wished.
Victoria Police's acting chief says while officers are entitled to hold personal views, the department found the text exchange to be unprofessional and does not reflect the position of the Victoria Police Department. During a judicial review, a lawyer for the province withdrew the case, admitting the Education Ministry failed to disclose those text messages between ministry staff and police, despite being ordered to hand that over months ago. President of the Greater Victoria Teachers Association says the board's firing last year was a mistake.
Education boards are democratically chosen by the electorate. And so to have one removed in this way was incredibly shocking at the time.
Bear could not say how the board's reinstatement impacts the decision to allow police liaison officers to be in Greater Victoria schools. The province, meanwhile, is on the hook for the trustees' legal costs. Bear did not give a figure for how much this saga will cost taxpayers. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Victoria.
Premiers from Western Canada are meeting in Alberta. Looming over that agenda, though, is the province's fall vote on whether to hold a binding referendum to leave Canada. As Julia Wong explains, this comes as the Prime Minister made his most pointed remarks about Alberta's plan yet.
The Premier has proposed the question.
Prime Minister Mark Carney making his most critical comments yet over Alberta's separation referendum question.
Is it helpful to ask these fundamental questions? No, it's not helpful.
This fall, Albertans will vote on whether the province should stay in Canada or hold another referendum, this one binding, on whether or not to leave the country. Carney says it's against the will of Albertans and could easily backfire, pointing to Brexit, which happened when he was Bank of England governor.
In these separation issues, it is often advanced that vote for this and it's a free option. Vote for this and we will strengthen our hand in a future negotiation. That is a very dangerous bluff.
Carney's jab had Alberta's premier on the defensive.
This is a decision for Albertans to make. I think it's also incumbent upon everyone not to dismiss Albertans' legitimate grievances.
The separation issue looming large over an annual meeting of the Western Premiers, taking place this year in Wild Rose Country. Alberta and BC have been publicly sparring over a West Coast pipeline and its potential impact on national unity.
I think that this referendum question is a reckless decision to test the bonds of the country at a time when we need to stick together.
There are many reasons I think that it's beneficial for Alberta to remain in Canada. I'll put those forward.
Back in Ottawa, some Alberta Conservative MPs also weighed in.
Albertans should have a say.
I think until we address it, it will be like an itch that is not scratched, like an irritant.
And the Bloc Québécois, with its own separatism mandate, says the federal government should stay out of it.
Being from the nation of Quebec, I should have no say on how Albertans will decide. It's only up to them.
The debate, taking place the same day an Angus Reid poll, shows 35% of Albertans would vote in the referendum to leave Canada. But about half of Albertans find the question's wording confusing.
Polling 101, that's not generally the type of question we'd put in front of people in order to better understand what they're thinking.
Julia Wong reporting. Vancouver's FIFA host committee has unveiled its human rights action plan for the Men's World Cup Games. The city says there will be more supports on the downtown east side on match days. But as John Hernandez explains, critics say the measures do not address concerns about displacement.
The FIFA footprint around BC Place is getting bigger by the day. Much of this area will be flooded with fans on match days, so the city is offering up more supports for vulnerable people.
We do think that the plan and the way that we've approached it, it builds on the excellent services that are already out in the downtown east side.
As part of Vancouver's FIFA Human Rights Action Plan, the city will open up respite spaces in the downtown east side and boost capacity at drop-in centers. There will also be roving support workers. The deputy city manager says it will provide safe spaces for homeless people on heavy traffic game days.
We have about 10 organizations who have accepted service contracts with the city and who will be either doing that type of outreach, activating their spaces in a particular way.
On match days, the stadium and surrounding area will only be open to ticket holders, and spectator routes will look like car-free fan zones. The city says bylaw officers will enforce rules as usual to make sure public areas remain open.
Our day-to-day bylaw compliance work will continue. We require people to bring down temporary structures, tents, canopies. We do require that people pack up belongings.
The actual test of the plan is what's going to happen on the ground in the implementation.
Still apprehension from some community advocates who fear there could be undue enforcement against the unhoused.
When it comes to the unhoused population, people who have their belongings with them, what is that actually going to look like, that type of compliance? Is it going to be like other events where we have street sweeps and people shuffled and moved along?
The city says there's no directive to displace anyone as this community braces for a wave of visitors in just a few weeks. John Hernandez, CBC News, Vancouver.
Vancouver police say a years-long mystery is closer to being solved. In 2022, a woman's body was found in English Bay. Investigators have not yet been able to identify her, but as Amelia John explains, new forensic technology is shedding light on her final days.
It's a mystery nearly 4 years in the making.
A woman died alone, far from home. And we know that there's somebody out there that is missing their auntie or their sister or their friend.
In September 2022, a tugboat crew found a woman's body floating in the water here near Spanish Banks in Vancouver. But exactly who she was and how she died are still unclear.
She was with an inflatable kayak. She had some personal items on her, some candy, some insulin, a backpack, but absolutely no identification at all.
The woman was between 30 and 40 years old with short hair and distinctive freckles.
The autopsy actually has cause of death as undetermined, but she did not drown. So there was some evidence of anaphylaxis. So we're thinking maybe a medical event.
After years without answers, finally a breakthrough. New forensic technology using pollen analysis has revealed where the woman may have spent her final days.
The sweater itself had been exposed to an environment in the Pacific Northwest, somewhere between Portland and Seattle.
Investigators sent samples to a lab in Chicago run by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. There was a lack of Vancouver area pollen or fern spores, leading scientists to believe the woman didn't spend significant time here. Experts say the technology has been used in other Canadian cases, but isn't widely available.
Pollen is remarkable in the sense that the outer shell that we use to identify them can survive for hundreds, thousands, millions of years in the right circumstances.
Police have created a video about the case called The Kayaker.
There is no greater indignity in death than to not even have that death acknowledged. She needs a name.
Investigators from Vancouver will now travel to Seattle in the coming days in the hope of drumming up more leads. Amelia John, CBC News, Vancouver.
Police in Surrey say a home that was the target of an extortion-related shooting has been hit again in just over a month. The house near 94th Avenue and 127th Street was shot back in April. This is that footage. One person was arrested and charged in that case. The latest shooting took place just after 11:30 a.m. on Sunday. Police say people were inside the home at the time, but nobody was hurt. This comes as police in Ontario say they have made more than a dozen extortion-related arrests in that province. But as Sheehan Desjardins tells us, some of the suspects have connections to BC.
A terrifying scene in Peel region just west of Toronto. One person appears to be filming while the other opens fire. Now police say 17 men have been arrested in connection with a slew of violent attacks like these against the South Asian community in Ontario, Alberta, and BC.
Victims were threatened, businesses were shot, there have been arsons, families intimidated, and this was organized violence. They're not one-off activities.
Investigators believe there are ties to a bigger international criminal network, a gang known as Four Brothers. The suspects now facing more than 100 charges, including extortion, firearms offenses, arson, and others. At least 6 of the men could face some kind of immigration action too.
Police doing their part, but we are still receiving calls. Extortion calls.
Racinder Carr says she knows dozens of people who have been extorted before. Earlier this year, she organized a protest to call on officials to do more. But she says victims are scared to speak out.
They are very much in stress. They can't sleep, mentally anxiety, and they are not feeling safe.
The surge in extortions in Canada dates back to 2023. Among the many incidents, homes under construction in Edmonton were torched, car dealerships targeted in the Peel region, and this home in Surrey, BC, shot at Monday for the second time this year, also suspected to be extortion.
Extortion is not a new crime, but it has evolved. It has evolved here in Peel and other parts of our country.
And the fight to tackle it still not over.
If you are being threatened, targeted, or asked for money, report it to police.
A plea to victims as the investigation continues with more arrests expected. Sheehan Desjardins, CBC News, Toronto.
Darius is off tonight, so meteorologist Wesla English is here with the forecast. How did we do today, Wesla?
A bit unsettled right across many parts of British Columbia. The south coast, we had showers roll through, but we do have a change ahead. We'll take a look at the almanac first. Today, it was below seasonal at the Vancouver International Airport. Got up to 15 degrees for a high. Our seasonal average is 19 at this time of year, so 4 degrees below our seasonal average. Over the next 24 hours, we are going to see it change to a drier and a brighter weather pattern. Overnight tonight, we'll see partial clearing down to 10 degrees. And then tomorrow, patchy morning fog. And then we will see a mix of sun and cloud for Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday also looks sunny and bright, but we will start to see a change at the end of the week. I'll have more details in your long-range forecast coming up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Wesla. Not every provincial park is created equal. Coming up, a close look at which of them scored the best marks from data collected by BC Parks themselves.
This is Vancouver is a new CBC podcast where we explore the issues, the stories, and the people that make this place home. Listen to This is Vancouver wherever you get your podcasts.
The Williams Lake First Nation is marking 5 years since the discovery of possible unmarked burial sites on the former Kamloops residential school grounds. Chief Willie Sellers says he's pleased the discovery has opened dialogue with non-Indigenous communities, but notes a surge in denialism has been damaging.
That racism that we see in those denialists across this country, there is no need for that. It's not like we're trying to, push anything down anyone's throats. We're just trying to tell the truth. And to be critiqued and condemned for that, it's downright discouraging.
The nation is holding a gathering with a sacred fire where people can come together until 9 p.m. Sellers says a park planned for the former St. Joseph's Mission site near Williams Lake will be open to all Canadians. TransLink says it is adding 2 new seasonal bus routes starting this summer. Beginning in June, new summer routes will serve Golden Ears Provincial Park and Campbell Valley Regional Park on weekends and holidays. The authority says the seasonal services are expected to help customers reach some of Metro Vancouver's most popular outdoor spots, including Stanley Park, Spanish Banks, Mount Seymour, and White Pine Beach. Still with the outdoors, if you're planning a camping trip this summer, chances are you have your favorites and parks you might avoid. As Tara Carmen explains, new data obtained from BC Parks suggests not every park is created equal.
It's 6:59 in the morning, exactly 3 months before you want to go camping. You've picked the site and your finger's on the reserve button. Because if you don't click right at 7, that site will get scooped up and your summer plans are scuttled.
But just as you get to that point, you ask yourself, is this the right spot? Is there somewhere better? How risky is that? BC Parks collects survey data on every campground. I combed through it all, and here are 5 takeaways to help you make the decision of where to go. Number 1, if you're here in the Lower Mainland, get out of your backyard. Through park user surveys, BC Parks uses something called a Net Promoter Score to measure how enthusiastic, or not, people are about their experience. Many of the parks that scored lowest are in the South Coast region, like Skagit Valley, Sasquatch, and Cultus Lake. But further away from the Lower Mainland, you'll find many of the highest scoring parks, like Kettle River, Summit Lake, and Kootenay Lake. Number 2, if bathroom cleanliness is important to you or anyone you're camping with, like children, you're going to want to avoid certain parks. Cultus Lake scored lowest, with just 45% of visitors satisfied. Other large South Coast and backcountry campgrounds, like here in Golden Ears, Joffrey Lakes, and Garibaldi Lake, also scored lower. One important thing to keep in mind here is sample size. Bigger parks, like here at Golden Ears, have more people using the facilities and also filling in the surveys. But in the north and the Kootenays, there were many campgrounds that scored higher than 95%, mostly because they had much smaller numbers of visitors. Number 3, crowding. Most people go camping to avoid the crowds, so it can be frustrating to pack up, drive out, only to find yourself cheek by jowl with other campers. Not surprisingly, the parks that also scored best in this category are far from the cities. But there are a few, like Saltery Bay on the Sunshine Coast and Kettle River in the Okanagan, with satisfaction on crowding at 90% or higher within a day's drive of Vancouver. Number 4, value for money. Camping fees went up this year, and you want to be sure you're getting your money's worth. As you might have guessed, smaller campgrounds did better on this, so these scores are based on fairly low numbers of survey responses. And 2 of the top 5 are within shooting distance of Vancouver, Saltery Bay on the Sunshine Coast and Emery Creek Park, which we'll return to in a minute. And number 5, where are you most likely to find a site without a reservation? Well, the data on this is not great. Most people didn't answer this question because they had a reservation. But the BC Parks reservation site offers some clues. Campsites depicted with stars are non-reservable. And the campground visitors rated highest of all, albeit only on the basis of 20 responses, is a couple of hours from Vancouver, right on the river, and doesn't take reservations. Tara Carmen, CBC News, Golden Ears Park, Maple Ridge.
There's the island Culuta making her way into Campbell River from Quadra Island. It was a mixed day of weather up island, and Westla English has your BC-wide weather picture coming up.
I think it's important to give a human face to the stories that we hear every day, the people that they affect. And I think talking to those people is what really gives us the true sense of the impact of the stories that we're hearing.
I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox. Join me, Stephen Quinn, and the Early Edition team on May 28th at the Minaroo Center for a special live on-location broadcast. Come meet our new local Richmond journalists, Pinky Wong and Stephen Chua. And on May 31st, CBC's Margaret Gallagher hosts the Explore Asian Closing Award Ceremony. Join us to celebrate outstanding Asian community artists. Tickets at exploreasian.ca.
Darius Madavi is away, so meteorologist Wesla English is here with the forecast on a downright coolish day across our big province, Wesla.
Yes, it was below seasonal for the south coast and for many parts of the BC interior. And now we are back to brighter conditions tomorrow around Metro Vancouver. I'll get into it in just a second. First, let's take a look at our satellite and radar. And as you can see, there are those showers that moved up in the southwest, and it's all because a low to the southwest of BC is directing those clouds and showers inland. Now that low will exit to the southeast, and as a result, we will start to see things clear out a little bit. Here's a look at your precipitation forecast. So the showers will peter out over the south coast tomorrow, and we will start to see the sun return for many parts of the coastal sections, and we'll see that gradual clearing from west to east for tomorrow and Wednesday. Here's a look at what we can expect for tonight. For the north coast, overnight, 7 degrees in Terrace, and then mainly sunny for Tuesday for not only Terrace, but other parts of the north coast and the central coast as well. Here's a look at what you can expect for tomorrow in Golden. We will start off with showers in the morning, and then we will see clearing with a mix of sun and cloud, highs of 23 degrees. Central interior, 18 degrees for a high in Prince George. Southern half of British Columbia, Vancouver Island will be in the sun. Tofino, 16 degrees for a high. And here's a look at the next 5 days for Metro Vancouver. Showers possible overnight tonight, and then we will see clearing for tomorrow. Might see some foggy patches for Tuesday morning, and then a mix of sun and cloud. Sunshine for Wednesday, and you can see those inland temperatures. It will be even a little bit warmer, Dan, for inland sections for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then we'll also see a change at the end of the week.
It's all good for the gardens. Thanks very much, Wesla.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on CBC Vancouver News. You can watch this newscast on CBC Gem, our free app, as well as on YouTube, and of course our website, cbc.ca/BC. Good night.